Hey, welcome back to Cornucopia Orchards. Big developments past couple days. We sold our herd of goats. As you can see behind me here, we've got our pigs out on the pasture where the goats had been. So um, I've been watching them. They're a breed that's not supposed to root as much as other pigs, but they're definitely going to town. They found this spot here towards the top of um, the paddock where they really seem to be finding some good stuff. They're perusing some of the roots right below ground and a lot of the weeds that the goats did not eat, which I found to be very interesting. And we've got um, a double fence on the bottom of the paddock with cattle panel, pig panel actually, right next to a traditional woven wire fence. And the woven wire fence isn't in the best shape, but the two of them together will be more than adequate to the job of keeping the pigs in. And then on the top here, you can possibly hear in the background occasional snapping sound. Um, we've got a Parmac fencer, so brand new, and it's hitting between 9 and 9.9 on their scale of 10 for how much it's juicing. So we're looking at 6.3 joules of energy stored, and it's up to a 50-mile fence wire. One of the cheaper combinations I could find, looking for above 6 joules, just because you want to, with pigs, you don't want them getting out, and they will go under even a fairly short fence given time, unless you have a good deterrent. So they've they've definitely found it a couple of times already, and circled the paddock so they know what's going on. But these guys here, there's three, and then there's a fourth one that I think might have gone back to the relative familiarity of their shelter, where they've been kind of cooped up for a while now. And this is a forest with a little bit of a grassier area down through here, but primarily recently cleared forest. And we're going to be coming through spraying, once they've moved to the next paddock, spraying for poison oak and blackberry, whatever there is there, which there's a lot of, especially the poison oak. And then we're going to be coming through and doing a combination of subsoil plow and disc, and then replanting in a pasture seed. And partly that's just because this has never been anything other than a forest, um, and heavy brush, and a lot of poison oak, a lot of blackberries, and that stuff is just not easy to get rid of. The poison oak will do a pretty good job with the spray, but to really kill it, breaking up the roots, and then the blackberry, that will set it back, both of those together, but we'll have to probably hit it again a couple of times before it's done. You can see a real pretty pasture up here. Just want to share what we are working on right now. The footings have been poured for our house, and he was back today to kind of prepare to do the stem wall frame up. Hopefully that gets done tomorrow and the next day, and then by early next week we've poured. We'll see how it goes, but for the time being, goats are all gone. Got a good price for them. Happy about that. And they did a great job. You don't hardly see any thick, like, standing vegetation here. They did a really, really good job with blackberries this spring. Not much of any kind of interest in the poison oak, and we need to get it. We need to get on that. So I don't feel too bad about selling them off, not having to overwinter them for feed again, and not having to kind of push them really hard as far as what availability of food they have. That's one concern I had, is this last winter we pushed them pretty hard before confining them so that they would eat the poison oak, and it did cause them to learn to eat other things that we didn't want them eating, like younger trees. So just something to be aware of. Goats can be excellent brushers, but there is a cost to it, depending on what exactly you're offering them for feed. And we didn't want to have to pay the residual again. So 4 goats. Some of them there's 3 girls, 1 boy. The boar may have already bred the girls. I'm not positive. I thought there would have been a litter earlier in the year and there wasn't, and that may have been because they were too stressed. They were pretty confined, so hopefully now they're on pasture, if they're not already bred, they will be soon. And we'll have piglets running around later in the summer. And this is 1 acre, and over here, basically from up here down, you can see that cross fence. There's another 3.5 acres. So plenty of feed for 4 pigs for a summertime, and we will be watering this section through here to bring up the new planted grass that we're going to get in by the end of the month is the plan. And so that should really kind of give them some late summer forage as well. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Thanks for joining me today on Cornucopia Orchards, and let me know if you have any questions. We've had these pigs for a couple of years now. They are American guinea hogs. Be happy to answer anything, or about the goats, any questions that you have. Appreciate. See you next time on Cornucopia.